Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. This morning I'm doing some painting, and because I haven't done it with you guys before, I thought I'd just bring you along, just as an impromptu thing. So yeah, this, you may or may not get anything from it, but I just wanted to bring you along just to give you the opportunity. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm just painting. This is a painting of some plums, and this is for a nature diary that I've just started that I will show you shortly. Just want to try and get some light into these leaves and some movement. So I'm not, you'll see that this is just the first layer, so I'm just using my watercolours, and I'm just going over the drawing that I've done, yeah, I just thought you might like to see me paint. I don't usually do painting on camera. I don't consider myself a painter really, but I thought maybe this was an opportunity for you to see. Just take some of that off. Yeah, that didn't, I'll take, just water it down a little bit. So I'm not painting on watercolour paper, so it might not work very well with, in terms of taking paint off and that sort of thing, because it just absorbs it immediately. It's just a cheap notebook, but that's okay, because this is just for some studies that I'm doing, for my, like I said, I'm making an actual field notes book, and I'll show you that shortly. Okay. So yeah, I'm happy with them so far. I mean, they're fairly straightforward. They're not meant, it's not meant to be, a perfect drawing or a perfect picture of it. It's just to give an impression for my field notes. And I've taken it from this book, so it's not even out in the field, but today is a very dark day. I didn't really feel like going out, otherwise I would have gone out to do some work outside. But right, so then we're looking, probably this is the image. Pass it over. You can see that I've used artistic license. I've cut out a couple of leaves and what have you. I haven't done it just going to do some brown here. Let's see, some brown, but I want some grey in there as well. That's it, just to get this on here like that. And then there's always this little nodule on the side of these wooden branches, like this here. Okay, and I'm going to do more of a grey, so I'll just, so the stem becomes more of a grey-green. So I'm just going to pull it in like this. Do a little green nodule there. So I'm just going over it very, very lightly. And this is just to give the impression of, it's not to, I'm not trying to be a botanical artist or anything like that. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I think I might put some green and brown in there. I'll cover that. To me, branches always look grey coloured, especially, I mean, I know apple trees have this sort of grey colour. That's why I've added that grey in there. Okay. Just bring in some might bring in some shadows. here and there as well. You know, leaves are not perfect, and this is probably the ideal colour to just add in just some shadows on one side. Well, you can do shadows on any side, but I just want to get in some different colours, some different shades. Okay. Now, with this type of cheap notebook, I don't want to, you know, be painting, put too much water on, like there. I just did that there. So I'm just going to go over it a little bit with some tissue. Okay, come back down here, a bit more grey, and I always think leaves do have a grey element to them anyway. Anyway, I hope you're all well, hope you're doing well. Yesterday I worked on the journal that I will show you shortly. I'm going to be doing some more. Don't like this one, feel like it's not quite right, but anyway, it doesn't matter. As I said, these are just simple exercises. They're not meant to be perfect drawings of anything. I mean, I couldn't do a perfect drawing if I tried, to be honest, so yeah, just want to put some more of this green in just to brighten them a little bit. Put a bit of grey and brown in there as well. Yeah, you can't really alter this. It just does. It just won't do it. So, you know, and you can't pull water out because it just absorbs it. There's no sitting water on top. So just going to add a little bit of green in there. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the plums. So they are sort of like a purpley red with a yellow underneath. So I'm going to go do a bit of a yellow underneath to start with. Just a very faint yellow, hopefully. No, that's too dark. Colours won't blend either, you know, in the way that they would on watercolour paper. They will blend, but not to the same extent. So I'm doing a yellow because plums have that yellowy background, and then I'll do a purpley colour on top once this is dried. And this will dry lighter, hopefully. Okay, a bit more here. And like I say, I'll go over it with the purpley colour. So I'll try and get a nice plummy purple. Not using the best. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got some of this colour in as well. So it's a nice mix of red and purple. So plummy and then purpley. So I'll try and mix those in together. Let's see if this will do what I want it to do. Okay. I want to have a little bit of light in them, so I'm going to try and leave some light in there somewhere. Try and leave some at the top here. If this was watercolour paper, I'd be able to, you know, blend in some different colours and let them sit on top of each other, which would be ideal for a project like this, like a painting like this, sorry. Can add a little bit of blue in there as well. That's more of the colour probably that I'm looking for. Very not so much granulated, but the texture of the paper is showing through, so it's not very, you know, you don't get that lovely shine on your plums, which is what you want. So I'm just going to try and leave this open here, and then this one. I've got some fluff on the end of my brush. I'm sure somebody with, you know, better painting skills could manage to get some nice highlights and what have you on theirs, but I'm not, you know, just not. And particularly on this paper, so I'll just show you behind. I should have maybe put some, yeah, see how it's coming through. Should have put something behind there. Not to worry, it's done now. I'll try not to saturate these, so I'm going to go in with some purple blue and just try and get some different colours in there. Yeah, I can feel how it's sort of soaking in now a bit more. I definitely don't want blue. Try and take some of that out. No, it's not going to come out. Okay. Try and get a darker line in here. Don't know where that little bit of fluff is coming from. Sorry, I've gone quiet, I'm just concentrating a little bit. I like the colour of this. It looks more like a plummy colour to me, so I'm going to put a bit more blue in there. And try and get because obviously, you know, plums are not, any fruit on the tree is not going to ripen at exactly the same time, so you're going to want to you know, have different colours of the plums. Okay. And I think, I mean, of course I can put more in, darken certain areas with shadows and what have you, make it stand out a little bit more. Go in with some more vibrant green. And some shadow. I don't want to overwork the page though, so I need just trying to be a little bit careful about what I do here. So I don't want to overwork it, especially. Try and get a bit darker. A bit of grey. Oops, that's too much grey. Okay, just going to try and get just a bit more colour in here. Give them a bit more definition. So, I mean, you know, as I say, I'm no painter, and so I recommend having a go if you feel up to it, and you have your watercolours. It's a lovely, you know, it's pleasant. You don't have to make it hard for yourself at all. Just yeah, just enjoy the process. I've made this one a bit big, but it doesn't matter. I might go over there a little bit more. I mean, this is just a study. It's not, you know, it's not some trying to be perfect little. Mixing your browns and your greys is a good idea for branches, because branches are never what you think they are. You know, we always think of them as brown, but they're never brown, not really. Well, yeah, I mean, they have an element of brown to them, but you know, quite often they're more on a grey colour. So that's a bit too brown for my liking, so I'm just gonna, it was vibrant, but I did want to dull it down a bit. It's too much. So I'm going to put some blue in there. That's better. It's still dark, but it's not as... And then I will go in with a bit more brown here. Good. Okay, well, I'm sticking with this. I'm not going to do any more to it. I think it's fine as it is. Just give it a bit of shadow around the bottom area of her. Okay. Good. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. So this is Bullis. So what I would do is I'm going to take it off the pad because, you know, it's going to go through to the other side, and I will mark it as Bullis. A little bit, you know, ideally, actually I could go in with, no, I think if I try to do more to it, I'm just going to mess it up. So I'm just going to stick with what I've got. But I would recommend use watercolour paper because obviously you can't really alter much of it. Now I can't get that lovely sheen that you get, or bloom that you get on and then I'll just put August 24. There we go. So that will go in my book. So what I'm going to do now is just show you my book, where I'm at with it. Anyway, where is it? Here we go. I'll just move some of these things out of the way a little bit. I'm a mess. I've been doing some more sketching. Whoops. And for this. So this is going to be a field notes diary or journal, notebook, field book. And just check that you can see everything. I should have checked that before, sorry. Right, make sure that I can put it where you can see it. Okay, so if I open it like that, yeah, you can see everything. Okay, right, so I'll try and keep it in line. So basically, I wanted my own field notes book. I've been wanting to do one for a while. I was thinking of doing one with yeah, on fabric, but you know that it wouldn't be the same. So I'm just moving my coffee out of the way because my table is a bit full of things. That so that I can. I've got some lovely sweet pea here. They've been here a couple of days, keeping me company. I should paint them actually. Right, so yeah, field notes journal. I just basically all I've done is I've made a cover, and this is just using a paper bag, a paper envelope or bag, I can't remember. I've folded it, turned it inside out, folded it over. I glued down both edges here, and then I hand stitched it as well. And then I glued in the centre as well to make pockets on both edges. Whoops, have a look, see if I can get in. So I made a pocket there. They're a bit narrow, but that's okay. And then I made a pocket there. But ideally, I could have had maybe, you know, a whole one, but things tend to fall out in that way. So at least it gives it a little bit more security in that effect. So I'm going to be doing more to this, but this is where I'm at the moment. And these are the pages. So I'm going to try to stay clear of, I've got a certain image in my head about what I want it to look like. And I want it to have a fairly authentic look to it, to a certain extent. So, yeah. But I really like this page. I wanted something bright in the front, so I put that there. The pages are a mix, so I'll take you through them. I've done some artwork there. Well, these are little sketches that I've done previously or recently. and I've just included them in here. This is the eco dyeing that I did recently, and I used A4 sides to, you know, and then I used masking tape to add them to hinge them together like this. So so these were some of the dyed papers that I did. I was trying to do some eco dyes and they didn't work out, but this time. But I've done plenty in the past that have worked, so I don't know why they didn't work this time. The paper wasn't brilliant, actually. This is from a book. It's from a Benningfield's Butterflies, it's called, and you have these beautiful sketches, and then you have you know, colour plates as well from the, let me just show you if I can find it. There it is. So this is Benningfield's Butterflies. I don't know if I've showed you this. I don't think I did, actually, because it's a recent purchase, and I have another 2 Benningfields books, and I think I showed you one of them, but aren't they just beautiful? I absolutely love them, and I love the sketches. So look at that, just gorgeous. And I mean, you know, they are readily available, widely available online, and they're relatively cheap. I think they're like £3.50. So you can have a look on World of Books and places like that if you want it. The other one is, I might as well show you it. It's Benningfield's Woodlands. This is a bigger book. This is one of his other books, and this is the, isn't that beautiful? So yeah, just amazing artwork. So I recommend looking out for his books. Okay, carry on. So I've got that. I made a pocket here and I put these in, but actually I don't think I want them in there, so I'm going to maybe look at something else for there. But yeah, so this is tracing paper. These are little samples of grasses that I've been collecting. I collected some to do some printing with recently, and these were amongst them. I got the idea, I mean, I tend to do these little packages in other things, but I saw, can't remember who it was now, I saw somebody do that with some, I thought that makes a really nice little idea, so I've put them together like that, and I've dated them, and I should have dated when I picked them because I know the date, but so I might put that in, but it would be July, early July, so I'll put that in there. Now, just giving you Sweet Cicely seed pods, lavender, and then narrow-leaved meadow grass, so you know you can get an idea of what they are. This was paper from, I don't know if I've told you this, so yeah, I don't think I've told you this. So that was paper from a box of things, bedding or something like that. This is just some notes that I took about foraging. I can read it to you if you like. So this is me foraging late summer and autumn, because I record my foraging trips, so 2020. So through the wooden gate, amongst the trees and shrubs, foliage is dying back, leaves are turning yellow, orange and dark red. The smell of the earth is changing. Bright red haws from the hawthorn tree lean over the path, beckoning me to harvest their healthy powerhouses, medicine for the heart. Rose hips orange and red, protected by their thorny branches. Before you take some, be sure to ask permission and slow down as you mindfully fill your basket, moving from shrub to shrub, taking only a few from each one. They will release their fruit for you, but be sure to leave some for our furry and feathered friends. Medicine for food and for our bodies. Sorry, medicine and food for our bodies. Sloes, the fruit of the blackthorn, with their dusty bloom on blue blackberries, so bitter, so surprising, so delicious, steeped in gin. Warming in the winter months, soothing, sweet and earthy, well worth the wait. Be thankful for your harvest this year, they may not be so abundant next year. Be thankful to the blackthorn and share her gifts with friends. Wild mint, fresh with earthy wildness, square stems, soft hairy leaves and fluffy mauve flowers. She is abundant, spreading and releasing her musky mint aroma as you brush by her leaves. Hops. You can smell wild hops before seeing them. Their distinctive smell of the family of plants relating to marijuana. Strange light green flowers on rambling stems, layered petals in the shape of a cone. Not surprisingly, they offer wonderful hoppy beverages and sleepy teas. Be thankful if your paths cross, because they are not growing everywhere. So that's just one of, I thought what I did is I copied it from a book that I have. I haven't brought it in here, but it's my little foraging book, and I copied it on some notepaper, and then I thought actually it wasn't the best paper to copy it on, because you can see through the other side, so it's difficult to read. But yeah, that's the sort of thing that I would add in my books. I've got some in here actually that I've put, I think. Let's see, there's one of my foraging records. This is my lovely little journal that I made for myself. That's about the journal. That's about peonies. It's about planting sweet peas. No, maybe I didn't then. Maybe it's more about gardening. Oh, hang on. No. That's poem. Okay, so maybe not. I think I might have done it on the back of the card, and it'll take me forever to try and find it now. So let me just... Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, here we are. A walk at Low Barns Nature Reserve near me, where it's near me. As a warm breezy day, I took my binoculars to do some bird watching. I did see some water birds, but it was hard to identify them, and a reed bunting came very close to me at one point. I saw beautiful damselfly and dragonflies were abundant. The river Weir runs alongside, so there are marshes with lots of marsh plants, orchids included. I found wood cranesbill, red campion stalks and the seeds of sweet cicely, which I took a few to nibble on. I also noticed meadowsweet about to bloom. A wonderful and mindful walk. So that's the sort of thing I would usually write in there. And then I've recorded there what I would do. So I would add that into something like this. Some more papers, so different papers. It's a book full of different papers. So this is a sketch that I did of a dynamic bird sketch. So it's a little bird that is in different positions, you know, moving. So it starts off on maybe on the ground, and then it's on a thing, and then it's flying. So I did that 2008. So I did that in this book. This is more meadow, narrow-leaved meadow grass. This is a sketch from 2023. It was probably late 2023, of some marshwort. And then I did these with you, but I've put the little bird on there, so that I thought I'd add that. I did these last year, or maybe I did them earlier this year, I can't remember now. So yeah, and then these two little sketches, Yarrow and Lesser Periwinkle. And on here, this was, I'm not sure when I did that one, but this one I sketched probably last year sometime, maybe. Love this. This is from one of the Edith Holden books, but it's a story about her life. So, and then I've got this here, which is one of my old eco dies, and I put it in as a card. I need to put the date on that. I do know the date, so I can put that in there. Yeah, and then I think I did this early in the year, a little flip up. So I'm going to put a little notch there to, or you know, just a little thing to stop it from flying around when you open the box. More of this. This is red cabbage dyed paper. This is just a little folio that I put together of graph paper, and I've bound it. Only two pages. This was done in 24, so spring, probably May in 24, this year. And this grasses in July 24. And then I've got a vintage book page there. So there's not a lot in at the moment. This is just, and then more sketches of mine. Lily of the Valley, this was last year I did that. And then it's all of the different parts of Lily of the Valley. Sorry if my tummy there rumbling. And you've got a double spread of the gorgeous cabbage dyed paper. This is tea dyed. Actually, that might be avocado dyed, sorry. And more of that paper. And then this is a little sketch of the yellow hammer. Oh yeah, little bird sketch. And then more of the eco dyeing that I did a few years ago. I think it was 2017, so it goes back a bit. And I think that's it. So you can see I've got a lot to fill in. I don't want to fill it up now, right now, because you know, this is going to be a book that I fill up with my journaling. This is bracken, and a sketch of bracken. I haven't put the date on there, I need to do that. And that's from A Morning Walk. That's A Morning Walk by Mary Oliver. And then I think you would have seen me do these. It's the same as the other, well, very similar to the other one. And that is chamomile, I believe. And then there's that, which I made the other day. I'll just pop that under there. More of that beautiful book. And there we go. So not a lot going on here yet, but you know, I'm really excited to fill it. This will go in. And I did some more sketching recently. Yeah, I've got this to go in. A magpie sketch. So this is hand sketched, it's not copied, even though it's on tracing paper. It's hand sketched using ink pens. And then you just see me do that. So these are the little things that I'm going to be putting in. And then also I'll be putting in some of my thing with these. So these will be going in as well. I've got a few of these. I'll show you some. Yeah, so I'll probably make folios out of these as well. So I need to date these. Luckily I've got it on camera, so I might put one of these on the front actually. Got one. I might put on the front. That one, that's really nice. Very clear. I do love the blue ones though, and I think I've got another blue one somewhere that I'll probably cut out and put on the front. But there you go. So this is where I'm at the moment, just, you know, gathering things. I found anyone who wants to do this, let me know and I will do more videos of me doing various bits. I'm just looking for something I want to show you so that you can, if you're thinking about doing something similar, because you know you can get pages like this. This is from an encyclopedia, and I'll be putting things like this in. So if you could come across some encyclopedias, but this is what I want to show you. This is a field notes study thing that you can cut out. This is from Sasibo. It's a freebie on her page. Sasibo spelt S-A-A-C-I-B-O, Sasibo. And this is on her coffee page, I think, or coffee page, or I don't know what it's called, but it's free, so you can go on there. So have a look for her on YouTube. And then these, I paid for this. This is part of a kit, and they're sort of field record pieces, and I've backed them. So I backed them with old paper. Well, I printed them out, and then I printed both sides, one with old paper and one with this. And yeah, so you've got 3 different types. You've got the field notes with the list of various things, and then you've got field record, and then I could do a sketch. It's got a sketch written up there, and you've got the date and what have you to do it on. And then there are a couple of small ones where you can do more recording. So really nice. And that's from I'll put the link below. I promise I will do it, because I know I always forget. So there you go. That's if you wanted to join in and do something yourself. Tea dyed papers, coffee dyed papers, things like that would be good. Maybe little sketches like this. And you know, please, I'm not a painter. Just go with your instincts in terms of colours. You know, you don't have to copy a book. You can copy from outside, which is ideal. You could get your dried flowers out. That's what I'm going to do next, and put some dried flowers on if you don't want to do painting. Some pressed flowers. You could fussy cut some bird images from a bird book and put them in. It's just to give you, you know, a nice book to work in, for either in the field or just as interest, you know, like a little herbarium or something, which I'd planned on doing at some point. The other thing that I'm adding to them are things like this. So like a paper bag, something like that. I made this some time ago and it has never been used, so I'll probably use something like that. And I've got another one somewhere. There's an envelope there, I'll probably include that. Yeah, so things like this to add in. Envelopes, there's a little seed pack envelope there, so when I collect seeds I could maybe add them in as well. I do collect seeds every autumn, so I would do that. There's some filed folder, you could make a little filed folder. I've got this is, I made this some time ago with you guys on camera if you want to look back. And you know, it's got like pockets and what have you here and here, and then you open it up that way and it's got some pockets in there as well. So I'm thinking about using this in here as well. And then there's this one I made a long time ago as well. Again, I've got a pocket in there, pocket in there. So have a look on my you know, previous videos for this, because I think it was made from, I know what it's made from, which will help you to look for it. It's made from, you know, those when you would buy have your photographs printed, and I'm talking about old style photographs, then they would come in a wallet like this, and obviously it didn't look like this. I haven't got one to show you right now, but it would come in a wallet. And what I've done is I've just added, this actually did have this flap here, so all I've done is cover it with different coloured papers. I did a pocket there, things like that, pocket there. But this is the original pocket, and that was one of the original pockets, I believe. So, or maybe it wasn't, but so yeah, that's worth looking at and adding. And this is just a little booklet that I haven't done anything with. That I can add in as well with various things. So, you know, lots of different things you could add in, is what I'm trying to say. And lots of plant samples if you've got some. If you haven't, have a wander out. if you don't live near the countryside and you can't easily access the countryside, then but you can get to a park. There's plenty of leaves to be pressing right now, and I'll show you some in this when I get around to putting some in. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. So take care everyone, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.